Welcome to this winter makeup tutorial. Today I'm using all cream products, and this video is definitely more focused to people who have dry skin. I live in Calgary, Alberta, so I'm in a very dry climate. It's the dead of winter, so we've had temperatures as low as -30. It's just sucked the moisture out of my skin. Plus my skin is already just dry. So if you're in the same boat as me and you have dry skin, this tutorial is for you. You'll really like it. I love the way my makeup turned out. It looks really natural, dewy, glowy, and it's all just using cream products. If you're new, I'm Karina. Welcome to my channel. I focus my channel on a natural, classy, wearable makeup looks. So if you're into that kind of makeup, I'd love it if you would join me. Let's get right into it. I just wanted to run through all of the skincare products that I used first, really quick. The way I think about cream products is that I really want them to melt or sink into my skin. I want them to look like they're just completely a part of my skin. So for me, it's really important that the skin is completely exfoliated and moisturized so that, you have a really even surface and it's like a perfect canvas for those products to really melt in. So the first thing I used was this Summer Fridays Overtime Mask. It's both a physical and chemical exfoliator, so it's kind of a nice one. It's quick too, it's only 10 minutes, and it really just brightens up your skin and takes all of those surface level skin cells off. Then I went in with a hyaluronic acid. This one is by Good Molecules. I just got this one. It's a really nice, thin, non-sticky formula. And then I just used this deep hydrating gel by Olay Eyes just to get an extra layer of hydration on my under eye area. Finally, I used the Laneige lip sleeping mask. This is just a really good lip hydrator. I use it every single night, and I just threw it on so that my lips will be nice and hydrated for when we go to apply our lipstick later. Before I go in with my foundation, I'm going to use Fix Plus. I just love Fix Plus. I use it before, during, after my makeup. I don't think I could do my makeup without it, so I'm just going to spray my face with that first. I just got this brand new product. It's the Morphe Hint Skin Tint, and it's supposed to be like a light to medium buildable coverage. Just comes in this like dropper bottle. I'm just going to put that right on the back of my hand. It's really liquidy. Then I'm just going to take my Morphe M439 and dip that in there and go ahead and start to blend that and push that into my skin. So this is just with one layer on, and it has like this really natural kind of healthy glow to it. Yeah, it just looks really natural, so I really like it so far. Let's do another layer. Okay, and then this is with 2 layers, so just builds it up a little bit, but it still looks really natural and radiant. Let me know if you've tried this foundation. So far, I really like it. And then to give my face a little more definition, I'm gonna use this contour stick in Mocha by Fenty Beauty. I haven't used this since the summer, I don't think, but I really like this one. It's like a cool tone kind of brown color. So in my opinion, it looks really natural on the skin. And then I just got this new stippling brush by MAC. It's 130S. And it's just like a short duo fiber brush, so it's really nice for blending in cream products. So I'm just gonna take that, and then starting at the top of my ear, just start to draw that on. Then take my stippling brush and start to blend that out. It just gives a little definition, but it's not like an orangey bronzy color. For my jaw, I'm just going to take a little bit right off of the tube because I don't want too much on my jawline, and then I'm just going to kind of contour a little bit down here. For my under eyes, I'm going to do a tiny bit of correcting, not very much at all, but this is the Becca under eye corrector. I just like to take a really small amount and even kind of just warm it up on the back of my hand first. And I'm just going to push that right into the very inner corner part of my eye because that's where I have all the darkest color. For concealer, I'm using this Laura Mercier one. I like it because it's a really thin consistency, but it still gives you coverage. And it does set itself fairly well, so I don't feel like I really need to put powder on top of it. So I'm just gonna do a few dots on the inner corner and then just on the outer corner. Then I'll blend that out with my hand, and then I'll go back in with the beauty sponge in a second. And then I'll just put a little bit around my nose. Okay, so for blush, I've got 2 products that I really love. This is the Rare Beauty one that I've been using a lot lately, and it's so creamy and dewy and kind of like a hydrating natural look. And then I have this one by Milk Cosmetics called Work. And this one probably isn't quite as like dewy and creamy, but I think I like the color a little bit more, especially for winter. I will use the work one. So I'm just gonna take this contour brush that I already used, and if there's a little bit of that mocha product left on it, I'm fine with that because it'll just give my cheek, it'll kind of mix with the blush and just give my cheeks like an even warmer kind of flushed look. So I'm just gonna take that right off of the product, and I'm just gonna warm up my cheeks a little bit. If you're someone that watches my videos often, comment below and let me know where you're from and what is the winter like where you're from, because yeah, I just want to know like what kind of a climate are you in? Do you have to worry about these things as well? I'd also just kind of like to get to know you a little bit better. Other than my cheeks, I'm just gonna do a little on my nose, a little on my chin, and I kind of just like to bring it into the center of my face above my brows, just so that my whole face looks a little bit more like warmed up and flushed. Bring some life into the skin. For brows, I'm just going to use my micellar water and put a little bit on my Q-tip. And I'm just taking off any makeup that has already covered my brows. You can see that they already look more defined. If you're going to use this Got To Be stuff, which I have been kind of obsessed over lately because it is the only thing that keeps my brow hairs in place, I don't find it works very well, especially when I don't find it works very well when you have product in your brows. So if you've covered your brows with foundation or concealer, or you've got sunscreen under that and brow product, when you put this in, it just kind of like gunks everything up and it just turns into this like gross kind of paste, and it's hard to work with. So I find the best way to use it is to clean your brows off. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of that and I'll just work that into my brow hairs and fluff them up a little bit. So let's move on to eyes. I'm going to curl my lashes. So far I'm really loving the way that my makeup looks. The less powder you put on, it's almost, you've got less layers. So even though I've got fine lines under my eyes, it actually works really well without setting the concealer. Everything just looks really natural, really glowy. For my eyes, I'm going to keep them really simple as well. I'm using Groundwork by MAC, just like a soft kind of neutral brown color. It does have a tiny bit of a sheen in it, you can see that. I like using synthetic brushes for cream products, so I'm using the domed shadow brush by Real Techniques. But I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that, and this is not going to be complicated at all. I'm just going to blend that out, starting on the lid of my eye and just kind of working up. And then before that sets, I will just take a clean brush, doesn't matter what brush you have, and I'll just kind of blend out the edges so that it looks like it's just kind of dissipating into my skin. And that's the beautiful thing about cream products, that they can really look like they're dissipating into your skin, where a powder takes a little bit more effort to really blend it out because it's laying on top of your skin instead of like being a part of your skin. So that just kind of gives me like a really pretty kind of blown out look. But for a little bit more definition, I'm going to take my MAC pencil in Teddy. I'm going to start on my lower lash line and just kind of draw that on for more dimension, but I'm only going to do like the outer third. And then just take any kind of smaller definer brush that you have and blend that out a little bit. And then I'm going to do that exact same thing but on the top lid, but still just keeping it to the outer third. Liner placement is really, really important, even more important than shadow placement, I would argue. With liner, it really depends. If your eyes are really deep set, then you probably don't want to go in with like a really heavy, thick line, which is why you never really see me wear a ton of liner. Like I'll never just go in with a black and line my eyes with a thick line, because my eyes are already deep set and that would just push my eyes in. Plus my eyes aren't super big, so I don't like to do anything that will like hide them. I also have very close set eyes, so I typically do try to keep my liner on the outer edge. But if you've got eyes that you show a lot of your lid and they stand out a little bit more, then a thick black line would probably look really good on you. My next video in my natural makeup series is going to talk a little bit about liner and liner placement and things, so stay tuned for that video, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit because liner placement matters a lot. To finish up my eyes, I'm just going to use, I've got this new one, Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oreal. So I've tried it a few times. I like the wand. It gives you a lot of volume. It's kind of like a thicker, voluminous formula. I just want a tiny little bit of highlighter, not very much because my face already is quite dewy, but I'm going to use this Danessa Myricks one in Tiara. And it's just a really pretty gold sheen. What I'm going to do though is pop it on the back of my hand first so that I'm not overdoing it on my cheek. And just put a little bit on the very high part of my cheek. For my lips, I'm gonna line them with my Urban Decay 24/7 pencil. This is in the color Naked 2. Are you guys into that makeup trend where you just draw the liner right across your Cupid's bow instead of like defining it? It's supposed to like make your lips look fuller, but I'm not into that trend at all. I think it looks really bad, and it just looks really fake in photos. Like you can just see the line there. So I don't know, it's not my thing, but are you into that trend? For lipstick, I'm just gonna keep it nude and natural. This is Velvet Teddy by MAC. But I think I want a little bit more shine than that, so I'm also gonna use this gel color by Nude Sticks in the color Luxe. This is my finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Actually, this makeup look turned out even better than I thought it would. It's so glowy and natural looking. I really like that foundation by Morphe. Let me know if you've tried that. And definitely let me know where you're from. I really want to get to know you better. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video.